What's going on, guys? I spent over $1.5 million on this shop and everything inside. And today we're going to show you what all that includes and how I was able to pay for it. So with that being said, let's jump into it. All right, guys, I just want to jump right into it. And so we're going to push the button and this door should open soon. But in the meantime, I want to tell you about my retirement calculator. This is a free tool that shows you how to analyze your current income and how much you need to set aside so that you can retire completely on passive income from investing in real estate, and you can grab it completely for free. We've put the link down in the description and we have put it down in the comments. And the reason I wanted to give that to you is that was always my goal, is how do I invest in real estate properly so that my real estate can cover all of the fun stuff like this. So now that we've covered that, hopefully you love that. Again, it's completely free, check it out. And now let's go check out inside the shop. So we've had a couple new additions. First off, we purchased this car and I think we put it on the YouTube channel, but I have to say, this is my favorite car of all time. This is a 1988 Porsche 911 that has been backdated to look like this, and it is so cool. We actually got it into the shop. We changed out the headlights so it really pops. We got some paint correction done. We actually redid, if you want to come and see, we were planning on redoing all of the interior, but to start out, a lot of the little things like these, all of the black fixings, you could say, we had redone. We got new mats put in. And the last thing is we are going to be reupholstering these seats so they match the rest of the car. Originally, they did match, and they replaced them with these custom seats. And I just like everything matching, so we're getting those reupholstered. But this car has been so much fun. If you're thinking of buying a classic Porsche, just do it, because out of all of the cars, I just continue to come back to this. Now, over here, this is the one vehicle in the shop right now that I do not own. The reason I want to share it with you is this is my dad's. He did not have room at his house. He's had it for a couple of years, and he just bought his dream Porsche. So I'm super excited for him. However, he has made the decision that he's going to sell this Firebird. So if you're interested, he has a ton of money into it. They've done a phenomenal job. It's got a new paint job, all kinds of new cool stuff. And I think like high end, this can sell for a lot. He just wants to get $40,000 out of it. So if you're interested, message me on Instagram and I will hook you up, because it's a cool car, enjoy it. But as you can see, I would really like to have a little bit more space. I knew we would fill the shop up, but it seems like the second we finished it, it was full. So it'd be nice if we had a little more room to move things around. And so if you're interested, hit me up on Instagram. Oh, I should be covering the price as we go. And I did not include sales tax because it made things complicated, but hopefully all of our math adds up in the end. We paid $145,000 for this car. This car, again, we're hoping to sell it for $40,000. I included that in the total amount that we gave you, even though I don't own this one. This car, we ended up spending $87,000 on. That's without taxes. Unfortunately, I did not include the taxes in the numbers, so just know it's a little bit more than that. But this car has been super fun. This is what really got me hooked on the classic Porsches, that has made me make some real interesting decisions over the last couple months. This car is valued about $80,000, and I think that is conservative. And this is the one other car that I actually own 50% of. That's been really fun. It was the first, you could say classic. I don't think it's completely a classic Porsche. It's a 997, but such a fun car. And me and my dad went in on that together. And here's where things get crazy. If you've seen the previous tours, this is the other car that we just added. So this is a Carrera T. After I started driving some of these manual cars, I was just really, really excited about driving manual. And so I traded in my Turbo S for a brand new 2026 Carrera T. So let's show you the interior on this. There are just so many cool things. The whole point of this car is to make it a driver's car. So it's manual. It is so much fun. They did all kinds of neat little stuff. If you look right here, this is kind of the logo, you could say, for the car, but they also put that in the light. just the manual. And the interior, I'm not usually a plaid guy, but I thought this was really cool, especially with the wooden stick shift and yeah, the little bit of golden bronze, I guess it's more bronze stitching. So this car has been so fun to drive, and now the only car I have that is one of the fun cars that is not a manual is the Taycan. Now, I valued this at $150,000. I know already I'm gonna get some serious flack for that, but I've only put 5,000 miles on this car since I bought it for that. I know now resale is probably closer to 70 or 80,000, which this is the one car you can buy from Porsche and guarantee that you're absolutely gonna get burned. However, if you're thinking about buying one now, I love this car. It is so much fun to drive, and to be able to get a new Porsche and the Porsche experience with the electric feel, I mean, I have nothing but positive things to say other than the fact of how much value I've lost, but I'm planning on never selling it. So that makes it easier. Other thing that I wanted to add, this we bought in cash, the blue one we bought in cash, the red one we bought in cash. My kids call it the ice cream color we bought in cash. This is the one that we got a loan on, and then this purchase of the boat. So if you follow the channel, you know I had another Axis. I just love the Axis, and I looked at spending what would be probably another $80,000 to $100,000 more to get a Malibu, or even more than that to do something else. And with 6 kids, this boat can take a beating. I can feel very comfortable upgrading every 5 years right before the warranty runs up. We actually, on our last one, had the whole transmission go out, and so that was really nice to not have to pay for while I was under warranty, and sold me that much more on getting a new one. So this is the boat we just picked up this week, and so excited to have this up at our cabin because that's where we live during the summer, but also for the CDS retreat. Another exciting thing is my last boat, which was a ton of fun that we've used for all the other retreats. It will be at the retreat this year as well. Now, I haven't even started advertising or marketing for that because it's not gonna be until the end of August. But if you are interested, we've included a link down in the description for that, because that retreat fills up super, super fast. This is going to be the 3rd year that we've done it. And even the 2nd year, it filled up quick. So if you wanna jump on that early, I'll probably open it when we take this video live, if you wanna go get on the wait list. And then over the next couple months, probably not for another month or 2, I'll start working through the wait list and filling that up. Now, the last purchase is this one. This was an impulse buy that Garrett Myers talked me into. He's been shipping a lot of these over from Japan. And so this has been really fun. We usually take it out for doing yard work. We take it out on Halloween. The kids love doing the sirens, and then I can drive between houses and they can really put in that extra work on getting candy. So it's been super, super fun to have this. But this was $12,000. The other thing, boat loans. This is probably the worst financial advice you'll ever get, and Dave Ramsey would lose his mind. But I think my payment on this $170,000, $180,000 boat is like $1,500 or $1,600 a month. Maybe I'm way off on that, but you can get like a 25-year loan on a boat, and anytime I can get good debt long-term on something like that, I do it. The boat purchase, you really don't feel. So if you're thinking about buying a boat, is it good financial advice for the amount of debt you're taking on? No, it's gonna depreciate like crazy. That's just what boats do. But I freaking love this boat. All right, so that's a look at the boat. Over here, we just have a mess of stuff that we got to get loaded into the boat. We unloaded the old boat and then went and picked this up. So we're gonna get all that back in. We also have some of the tails for the cars that are wrapped up nice. And one of my favorite purchases of the shop, I'd like to eventually turn this into kind of like a cardio setup in my gym in the house. I've just brought in a lot of weight equipment, so this is kind of where the cardio stuff has landed. But one of the best purchases I've ever made, I think it was only like $1,500 when a lot of them are $3,000 or $4,000, and it has been a perfect stair stepper. Also, I think at some point we were thinking of either lawn equipment or razor. The razor is out in the yard still in this space, but it's kind of been nice to just have open. And honestly, I'm looking forward to not adding any new cars anytime soon, I think, and getting my dad's Firebird out of here so that we have just the right amount of space for stuff to ebb and flow. We'll probably park the fire truck outside because I like being able to go with the cars when we need them. Now, these videos always make me cringe a little bit because this was never the intention. I never thought that I would get the car obsession and that I would spend the amount of money I have on the car, the shop, the house, any of this stuff. I think I had a dream of a house, a cabin, a dream car, and a good setup for me and my family. And that is really what pushed me to work really hard and to pour that money into investing in real estate. And it's really cool that by investing in real estate, I've been able to do this and so many other things for my family and my community, my own personal situation and hobbies and all of those things. And so I want to show you the rest of the shop, but I just hesitate making these videos, and I know I'm going to get flack for it anyways, but I just want you to know the whole reason I do it is I saw other people's situations and videos like this that really inspired me because I saw people build the life that they wanted, and they did it with the passive income from their real estate. And I think right now there's a lot of people hesitating on if it's worth it to invest in real estate because we've got high interest rates, we have a unique market. And what I will tell you is right now, still today, I'm finding phenomenal deals on real estate. And we're gonna be making a lot of videos throughout the summer of more that I know that I will find. And so if you're thinking about doing it, the most important thing you can do first off is make a plan. You're never gonna get where you wanna be if you don't have any idea of how to get there. I talk a lot at this last retreat about watching my boys build Legos. And when they try to build it without the instructions, it does not look good. And what you've got to do is you've got to figure out what your instructions are and kind of reverse engineer where you want to be and where you're at, and then make sure you follow those steps. And when you get discouraged or bummed or any of those things, it's easy to kind of give up on your plan, but don't. Because if you hold strong and you continue to buy real estate, your passive income can create a lifestyle you never could have imagined. And so again, that's why I included the retirement calculator. It helps you look at your income, your situation, and kind of game plan on how long it will take to get to your desired passive income from real estate to be able to have the lifestyle that you want. And you probably shouldn't want this. You should figure out what you want, what your hobbies are, what your interests are, what's best for your family, and make that. And the last thing that I wanted to point out is you win the smaller that is. The smaller you can make your dream life that you're gonna be super stoked with, the quicker you're gonna be able to be there. And then once you get to that, you can build from there. But that is my little tidbit, and now let's go check out the rest of the shop. All right, we're gonna make this part quick because I think you've seen this in other videos, but this is a cool little place for friends and family to come and stay. And I'm thinking about opening this up where once a month, someone that wants to come in and have a whole day of consulting, looking at my properties, and to be able to crash here, that we are still considering doing that. So if you have extreme interest in coming and having a day of consulting, looking at your situation, your business, breaking it down, and kind of helping you put together a roadmap for how you want to go about building your portfolio, message me on Instagram because we haven't really launched that. I'm back and forth on how much I want to do that. This spot has been awesome with friends, family. We've got it set up so that you can play cornhole up here in the winter. We've got a little basketball hoop shooting back here, some video games, football, and then my favorite part, the simulator. If you're considering getting a golf simulator, it has been an absolute game changer for my game. I still suck, but I don't suck nearly as bad as I once did. So this has been super, super fun. I know we were gonna cover costs. The shop in total ended up being about $625,000, and this was a little over $40,000 with all of the padding, the simulator, the screen, all of that stuff. So we feel like we did pretty well on it, especially because I love it. And it's been such an awesome thing. Some of my favorite parts up here, the little details back here. My brother actually painted this for me for a Christmas present. You can see it's like thick paint. He's absurdly talented, and so I love that. And then my dad built this for me. So having that up is really cool. These are a couple of the courses I played. I've got to add a lot more. And then I have the top row of the Porsche balls that my wife got me. All right, come check this out. Last thing, back here, I thought this was really cool. I wanted to put in a pickleball court. My kids have loved just riding their bikes and messing around on here, but we have plans to put in a pickleball court. And I actually worked a deal with Hunter, who ended up coming to the retreat to trade a pickleball court for coming to the retreat. So not only did I get to know him and he's awesome, but I got a free pickleball court out of the deal. So super excited to see this going in. We're just picking colors, getting it ready. And after he absolutely crushes it for us, we might even have to pitch him on here for all our local people to snag him for your pickleball court, because I've seen his work and really excited to see how this turns out. It's gonna be awesome. So that's the end of the video. We also had to redo all of the landscape and everything else here. I didn't include that in the cost, even though that was on the pricier end. And now I think the house is finally complete. I've been going back and forth on if we want to do a house tour. It's just kind of our private spaces. And so we'll see how this video does if we end up doing the house tour. If you enjoyed it, make sure you like, subscribe, hit the little bell. And remember, if you have something you want lifestyle-wise, you can get there. You just have to invest in real estate and have the delayed gratification to make it happen. If you guys enjoyed the video, thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.